So it finishes 4-1 to Barcelona at Mestalla against Valencia. And it's another good result for Xavi's Barcelona. Are we starting to see his fingerprints over this side now, Janusz?
Yes, in this game in particular. Remember, just a couple of days ago, Xavi was asked how his first, I think, 100 days felt. And he said that it feels like 100 years already. This is the sort of pressure, even for a player like Xavi, isn't it? That you face at Barcelona, regardless of how good they are or aren't. The financial situation, we all know where Barcelona are right now, but he's felt it, and he felt also that he could say that in front of everybody. So today, this was vintage Barcelona. Barcelona at their best, almost everything, right? There's some questions in the second half. I suppose maybe the balance defensively at times wasn't the best, but when you lead 4-1, that happens sometimes. But I think that, okay, this is the game where he could have maybe showed the tape to his players and say, this is the Barcelona I want. This is the Barcelona team that I remember. This is the Barcelona team that I've been a part of. It's a small step, but this is the little bit of a progress that I want. And this is what our fans want and expect from Barcelona, that type of football, right? I mean, forget Aubameyang scoring. It was a dream start for him, right? I mean, Valencia, the line of defense was on the halfway line in the first game. That's where Oba thrives. That's not what he sees all the time, because Barca are always in possession, playing against, deep sitting teams as well. But, I think that second goal was superb. That one touch from Alba, or from Alaba, my apologies. It was just really, really good to see Barcelona of old.
Yeah, I mean, we won't forget about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang now, because it was his first goals for Barcelona. And as you said, the first one especially, really lovely stuff from him. That second one from him stood as well. That made it 3-0. It could have almost been a third. It came off his back on Pedri's goal, but it was given to Pedri at the time of recording anyway. But a good day at the office, nevertheless, for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
Yes, it was, because it takes away the narrative, right? I mean, it always takes a little bit of time, but I think, the fact how he came, how expensive of a player he is, and all of that. And, for now, a couple of years, we haven't seen anything from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. So that helps. It won't, hurt him. Pedri's goal too, just him coming. I was surprised because I remember making the notes, because I know you're going to be ready for me on this one, okay? And I'm thinking, Frankie de Jong so early, I think it was a 60th minute. Why is he coming off? He's had himself a good game, right? And then Pedri, of course, with his first touch. What a wonderful strike from him as well. So all went pretty much as scripted, although you always worry when you go away to the Mestalla, right? This Valencia team, I mean, VAR was certainly busy today, but at no point did I feel that Barcelona were not in control of this match.
Yeah, the point to be said about Pedri, though, obviously, I feel like he's played so many games already. He's probably got so many miles in them legs. But when you look at the future for Barcelona, this is definitely a name you expect to see as a mainstay in this side.
Yes, and just goes to show how terribly mismanaged he was last season, not only by Barcelona, but also by Luis Enrique and Spain. And then, you add the Olympics to it and all that. It's a great lesson that I hope not only Barcelona have learned, but everybody around when it comes to young players. And, you can almost show an example. Pedri should be this main example, but obviously we all know how talented he is. And right now, I think under Xavi, you hope that he's going to be smart enough to know how to manage his minutes. But yes, I mean, what a talent.
We saw Ousmane Dembele back in action again. We saw him against Napoli as well in the Europa League. And it seems, as we reported on the ESPN FC show, that now that he is sticking around at Barcelona, they're going to make the most of having that player there. And for both parties, this is definitely the right outcome, isn't it, Janusz?
It is, but it doesn't always happen that way. That's why I personally like Xavi. I think everybody around the club is pretty happy that he is back. The old DNA, of course, because I think when he decided, saying he's a big asset, and even though we're not happy with the way he's dealt with us and his management anyway, right, his agents and all of that, he said you still have a great player on your hands, and why shoot yourself in the foot and not play him, not use him, just to make a stand and show that we're not going to use him. So I remember many clubs not doing that, many managers not being able or not being big enough to do that. So I think it helps. And you know what? who knows what's going to happen in the end. Maybe this is just the beginning of Barcelona, and maybe Ousmane Dembele is going to say, you know what, I want to be part of this.
So just a couple more pointers then before we wrap this up. Frankie de Jong definitely playing under the right coach now.
I think so. Because I think everybody's worried about just about any Barcelona player, because we didn't know where this project was going. Was it going to be the end of it, right? And Frankie de Jong had to be. I imagine that he was wondering if this is a place for him to develop. But I judge not just on this game, but in this game in particular, is the sort of football that he's good at and he enjoys. And and then you watch. Lionel Messi is going to be back because that's where he belongs. It's just a matter of time. And Xavi is going to put the band together. I don't suspect Iniesta is going to come back, but I promise you that Messi will be back in Barcelona.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. So lastly, Barcelona, for you, are they going to finish in the top 4 this season?
Well, I mean, this is a big step, right? I mean, first things first. Today they're in 4th place. Betis are still to play. They're only point behind. The level with Atletico Madrid. I think with a game in hand, if memory serves right. And let's not forget, I think they have Bilbao coming up, and that's always, well, that's never easy as well. So they're in a good spot, but I think there's still a story to tell. It's too early a little bit, and obviously one great game from Barcelona doesn't make that much of a difference where I could sit here and say, you know what, they're going to be there for sure.
Okay, so it all remains to be seen, but so far things are looking good for Barcelona.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.